So today we're going to be talking about exposition, and the particular kind of exposition that we're going to be talking about is description of process. There are lots of different kinds of processes that you can describe. Some typical, common, sort of cliche examples would be a recipe, or an assembly line, or how to do something. Basically what it is, it's like almost like a guide. But we are going to be focusing on adding in specific details. So this is our first project, and our first project is going to deal with that. Now, it is important that I tell you that before you begin describing a process, you need to first have an idea of what you want to describe, or a topic. But just as importantly as your topic, and maybe even come up with this first, is your audience. Anytime you're giving exposition, it's vital that you explain it in a way that your specific audience will understand. So you need to ask yourself, who stands to benefit from your explanation? Are these professionals? If so, you're going to need to use a high level of language, professional language related to that field. Or is this just sort of a something that might help anybody in their daily life? Are they old or are they young? If they're children, you need to choose words, vocabulary, grammar, themes, and even colors and music that children will like. Is this for males or females? So some of that depends on the topic, and some of that is your specific choice. So now let's go ahead and jump over to my wonderful example that I've done for you guys in video form, all right? I'm going to be explaining what's going on in the video, and that is called exposition. And this one happens to be exposition organized by description of process, all right? So, are you ready? Let's do it. Description of process, how to DIY a stopgap. I've got a gap under my door. Oh man, I'm gonna have to fix it. So I'm gonna gather my supplies. Some scissors, some glue, and a blanket. Make sure the blanket's disposable. Let's open it up. Go ahead, measure and cut using a pair of scissors. Now we're gonna use the extra bit of the blanket. Wring it out and make sure the surface of the door is nice and clean. We're going to dry as well. Now we're going to use the rest of the blanket and measure it against the door. Lay it out and, yep, that's right. Let's cut it again. No brainer. Let's toss away the extra bit. Open it up and make sure we've got a nice even fold. Now we're going to apply some glue to the door. Make sure that we let it sit for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to gently rub it in, and we'll attach the edge of the blanket to that glue, making sure to press it nice and firmly. Run one more layer of the glue across the edge of the door and the edge of the blanket. Now for our secret ingredient. Rice. That's right, we're going to use rice. Yeah. The rice will add a little bit of weight to the stopgap, which will hold it in front of the gap, making sure that wind will not come through. Simply roll it up. We're going to add another layer of rice, and now here's the fun part. We're going to remove the pole, which is full of rice, which I just used a broom handle for. Make sure it's in there nice and snug, and then seal the end. There we go. Perfect. Roll it up the rest of the way. Cut. And now use the bottom layer, fold it over, and stick it to the glue that we had applied 5 minutes before. Make sure you get it nice and tight and all the way to the edges. Ta-da! After 24 hours, it's a thing of beauty. And that is how to make a stopgap. Good night.